no, I just need to know. Do you record now?
Mm-hmm.
But so this is Weave and Luxury, and I'm telling you the beginning of Weave and Luxury. So FYI, y'all, I just said this to her, and then I'm like, you know what? We should record this. So I'm gonna bring it back, and at least I'm gonna try to be as interesting as I was. Hopefully, was I interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. So Weave and Luxury started when my daughter, she has trichotillomania, so she has a compulsive desire to pull out her hair. And I noticed at like 5 years old, like I'm looking at her and I'm like, something wrong with your face. Like I just don't know how to describe it. You know, I'm just like, what the? Like I just knew something was wrong. And then I noticed that her eyelashes were missing. And like then I started looking at the rest of her face, and then she's right-handed, so most of her eyelashes on the right-hand side and her eyebrow on the right-hand side were missing. And so I'm like, oh my God, you know, what the hell? And so I'm wondering, I'm like, what did you do? I first, of course, I thought she got into my razors. You know, I'm thinking, you got into my razors. And then, you know, she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, so whatever. She didn't know. So I monitored her, kind of paid attention to her. And then I would notice, like, she'd just be there, like, just real gently, you know. Yeah. She would just pick. And it looked so, like, peaceful. You know, it never alarmed me before until she started missing shit.
Wasn't there anymore.
I'm like, okay then, but you pulling too hard. It's like, I'm just joking. And so I'm like, all right, let me figure it out, because I just thought it was like an epiphany. I'm like, you know what, Rayshone, you have a bachelor's of science, a major in biology, minor in chemistry. You're a licensed cosmetologist, and your daughter is struggling with this ailment, and you know, do something. What you gonna do? It was just laid it out on the table for me. And so I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? I don't know. And then it was real bad. What actually got me to that point was when she was at school and some badass little kid pulled her ponytail out of her hair. Yeah, like had my baby, like, I'm like, for real? Oh, okay, I see how you feel. Oh, we about to put this in there, okay? They ain't about to pull this out. And so we started using weave in her hair, okay? And we would go buy the weave, any weave, you know, whatever. We just go to the store. I didn't really, at that point, I wasn't really knowledgeable about weave, for real.
Yeah.
My baby was what? I think she was, I don't know. She was 5 years old, so maybe, was that like 5 years old? It's like first grade. The girl didn't pull her ponytail out till like the 5th grade, whatever. I don't know the years. I can't tell you. I'll have to actually sit down and chronologize that, but whatever. It was just unnecessary. So I was like, all right, what are we going to do? But we would incorporate that in there. And whatever hair we were using, I just don't know. Like, no matter what, you could brush your hair out. And if you sat still, even if you just sat there, it was like little beaver people building weave dams in the back of your neck. I'm like, dude, why is this hair tangling? There was no amount of times that you could brush it out. You would brush it out over and over. It was annoying. It was the worst thing. And then sometimes, like, you would know it, so you would try to get your fingers through it. Yeah.
Aww.
Girl, it was so bad. And Queenie would be like, Mom, it's doing it again. It was horrible. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to start selling hair. I need to, because I'm like, it's some people out there, some females out there, that fucking be, you know, like, they don't have to do that.
Exactly.
So I started buying more expensive hair, and then it was like, well, this still does the same thing, and then you can't color it, and then you can't do anything, and then I started like, oh, you know what? You do have knowledge. Use scientific knowledge. Do research. So I started doing research, learning that most weave is Angora or yak.
Really?
Yes, I did a video for that on YouTube. That was a great plug. Oh my God, I'm getting so good at plugging. Oh, did I just compliment myself? Not on purpose, I swear. But anywho. Accidentally on purpose.
Perfect.
Can you relate? I hope you can relate. Oh, just the postman. So anywho, So I started, going in, diving in, looking into distributors, who sells hair, where they get it from, why they outsource it. I went as far as to, I still have in process. That's what I want to do, is it's like a research project.
Yeah.
What is human hair weave really composed of? Because it only has to be composed of 30% human hair weave to be classified human hair weave.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
What else is in it?
Right. Angora.
Fucking bunny rabbits.
Yeah. But it is contrary to the horse, okay? To the typical, it is not. The most typical strand is Angora or yak, okay? That's just so you know. FYI, right? So, anywho, you begin to dive in, okay? So, who has what? Now, one day I'm going to be, so today I'm great enough to do it, but one day my bank account going to be able to invest in this hair that costs thousands of dollars because it comes from, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to have this label, one donor and all of this. And it's interesting, like truly Indian hair, like real Indian hair is more expensive than most of us can afford. You know what I mean? Like me.
Yeah.
I can't afford that shit. I can't even afford to sell it. So I sure enough can't afford, you know what I mean, to wear it. I would love to, absolutely. But I do sell 100% human hair. It's not the Indian, version of it. So
Yeah.
I'm more in the market for the women who are looking to have quality hair that, and it don't cost thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? And it still lasts you 3 years.
Exactly.
That's how I love it. I'm like the perfect in between.
Yeah.
The perfect in between. So what I decided to do was, at first I was selling lace fronts and bundles and things like that. I still offer those. I still do. But what I do now is I sell wigs. It's the shit. Wigs is the shit.